Alberta's Premier and Health Minister spoke at length today, addressing allegations of political interference in health contracts worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Danielle Smith maintained she had no involvement in the awarding of Alberta Health Services contracts and insists her health minister was also not involved. This comes 2 weeks after the Globe and Mail first reported the allegations, now outlined in a lawsuit from the former CEO of AHS. CTV's Chelan Skulski joins us live from the Alberta Legislature this evening. So, Shay, we've heard little from the Premier and the Health Minister up until today. What are the province's next steps in the wake of these claims?
Well, Matt, in response to the allegations, the Premier has named a new Deputy Minister of Health, with the former Deputy Minister now acting exclusively as the CEO of Alberta Health Services. He had previously taken on both roles. The Premier also says the province will be naming a third party who will review AHS procurement processes. And in the meantime, the Premier maintains she had no involvement in the awarding of any contracts.
I was not involved in these procurement decisions. I had nothing to do with the process decisions or the implementation.
Alberta's Premier reiterating today she has no involvement in internal AHS decisions, but actions are being taken by her government. In response to a lawsuit launched by the former AHS CEO seeking $1.7 million for wrongful dismissal.
The legal conflicts wall will ensure the complete independence of these investigations without the involvement of the individuals named in the former CEO's statement of claim.
A 17-page statement of claim from former AHS CEO Athana Mentzelopoulos lays out a number of allegations aimed at the Premier's office and the Health Minister. She says she was fired after she began looking into procurement tactics and lucrative contracts.
Upon review, the allegations and claims that have been made against me are false.
Mentzelopoulos also alleges the Premier's then Chief of Staff, Marshall Smith, called her about surgical facilities in Red Deer and Lethbridge, telling her there were serious businessmen who were unhappy with the delays in negotiations. Marshall Smith calls the allegations outrageous and false, adding he had nothing to do with the procurement of the contracts. The allegations have not been tested in court.
I do have a concern with there being no public inquiry, specifically given that the government is going to cherry pick the person who will be doing the independent investigation.
What does that mean? What's the independent reviewer going to be? Is it going to be a judicial body that can compel testimony, get around NDAs?
The announcement comes amid questions about the unity of the UCP, with Alberta's infrastructure minister confirming today he sent cabinet a letter calling for Adriana LaGrange to step aside amid the investigations.
But you did send a letter.
Thanks, guys.
I did.
While others stand by the health minister.
She's been working her butt off, I'll tell you what, and it's a tough job, and anytime you're making change, you're going to have some people that don't like it.
I have confidence in Minister LaGrange. I think she's doing great work and working with the health system in Alberta. We have a lot of things.
Now, Chelan, despite today's explanation, the opposition is not backing down.
Yeah, Matt, the NDP health critic repeated calls today for Smith to fire LaGrange and called for a public inquiry led by a judge. Sarah Hoffman says that's the only way Albertans' trust will be restored in the system. Alberta's Premier, though, says she hopes to get Albertans' answers through that AHS review, a process she says could take about 4 to 6 months. Matt?
All right, Chelan Skulski live at the Legislature tonight. Thank you.